It's not that I don't get upset with my husband. It's not that he's perfect. It's definitely not that I'm even a perfect wife. I have plenty of coin. But one of the things that has helped me grow over the years is learning how to love in action. People ask me questions like, how are you and your husband so different, yet you guys seem to be enjoying your marriage? I'm going to be sharing some of that in the next few minutes. So you want to ensure that you're listening to the end. Whether you are single, dating, or engaged to be married, everything that I'm going to be sharing in the next few minutes would definitely help you. So if you have never met me before, my name is Fedro. Most people call me MrzSparkles. And on this channel, I'm going to help you become a better version of yourself so that you can show up in your marriage differently. That's it. When you work on yourself, it will reflect in your marriage. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need a perfect spouse. You just need to work with the person that you have chosen. So recently, I shared about the differences between love in feeling and love in action. But as I was reflecting, I realized that somebody may be asking, oh, MrzSparkles, where do I even start? How can I know if I've really been loving my spouse in action? Here's how I do it practically. So when my husband and I, we have a conflict, like we have a disagreement, one of the things I have learned to do over the years is to pause. I pause and I ask myself this simple question. What does love demand from me right now? Like this, I love you, I love you, I love you. What is he asking of me to do right now? I've heard this statement a lot. Love is not enough. I've heard it over and over again. And at some point, I've questioned it. In fact, I disagree with the statement that love is not enough. Yes, love is enough when you understand that love is not just a feeling, but a decision backed by an action. Most people say love is not enough because they are referring to emotional love. They are referring to the attraction, the butterflies, the chemistry, the affection. Guess what? Those things can fade or fluctuate. So yes, that kind of love is not enough to sustain a healthy marriage. It's not enough to sustain a healthy relationship. It's not enough to build the long-lasting marriage that you desire. Let's bring some psychology into this. So what many people don't know is that love is a state and love is a behavior. Love, the state, is an emotion. Love, the behavior, is a decision plus an action. Follow me closely, please. See, emotions fluctuate, like they go up and down, but actions that comes from your core values, they are the ones that last, because values are like your anchor. They are the things that hold you steady. The reason why I will see $10,000 and not pick it is because I'm not a thief. The reason why I would not lie, even when lying may save me from the situation, that I'm a person of integrity. So when your feelings want to drag you in a different direction, what keeps you grounded are your values. And that's where love, the behavior, comes into place. So when that love that you have for your partner moves from love as a state to love as a behavior, as in something that you intentionally do, then it becomes powerful enough to hold your relationship through the various seasons of life. Because love as a decision includes things like responsibility, includes things like self-control, includes things like forgiveness, includes things like open communication, commitment. All those ingredients that make a healthy relationship and marriage comes from love, the behavior, which is your decision and your action. So first of all, I want you to be honest. Do you react in the moment, or do you pause and choose love in action? In your relationship with your partner as of today, can you assess yourself? Can you assess yourself and determine if you actually react or if you pause and intentionally choose love in action? So let me go back to what I was saying, right? When my husband and I have a conflict, one of the questions, like I said, is I ask myself, what does love demand from me right now? And you see that question, it is heavy. I'm not saying, what does my ego want? I'm not saying, what do I need to do to prove a point? I'm not saying, how can I show him? I'm saying, what does love demand from me? I'm the one that says I love my partner, right? You're the one who says you love your partner. What does love demand from you? For me, sometimes love demands that I'm quiet and I listen. Sometimes love demands that I apologize first, even though I feel justified that I was hurt. Sometimes love demands that I validate my husband, even when I disagree with his opinion. Other times it demands that I speak up with grace, not anger. That's what love in action looks like. So for you, it could be different. Sometimes love demands that you speak kindly, even when he said so much and you are hurt. Sometimes love demands that you sit through a conversation you don't want to have, just so that you can understand her better. Sometimes love just demands that you let her have the last word, or you let her have the final say, even when you feel like she's been disrespectful. You know all those things that you said, never, I can't take it, I can never take that from anyone. Maybe your friends or somebody's gisting you about something their own partner did, and you're like, never, I can't take it. Love in action would require that sometimes you take some of those things in marriage, not in a way that it makes you feel, less of yourself, or in a way that you lose yourself, but in a way that you are called to growth. Yes, it's not about tolerating abuse, it's not about disrespect, nah, none of that. It's about learning patience where you used to react before. It's about choosing grace in times where you normally just shut down. It's about staying in that marriage even when your head is telling you, madam, pack your bag and get out. It's not that you are weak, it's because you have become wiser. Love in action refines you. It builds character, not resentment. It matures your emotion, it expands your capacity. In fact, it helps you to see your spouse through God's eyes, not just your pain. And here's the thing, practicing love in action is not something that happens overnight. It's a daily habit that you need to adhere to. Over the years, I've worked with couples one-on-one, and I've helped them to see how they are not loving in action, but they are blaming their spouse, that the spouse is not loving in action. If you're listening to me right now and you're thinking, oh, I need this for my marriage, I need to learn how to love in action, let me tell you something, it's possible. It is very possible. I always say to people, anytime you are going through something and it feels like you're stuck, it feels like you cannot come out of it, one of the things you want to ask yourself is, what is here for me to learn in this season? Because guess what? Those experiences are calling you to becoming a higher version of yourself. So you can start small. You can start with one decision at a time. You can start slowly, because over time it compounds into something big. If you want to go deeper, if you want to learn exactly how to create this kind of love in your marriage, how to become the kind of person who's not just loving based on feeling, but also loving based on your behavior, then I invite you to work with me in two ways. First one is you can book a session, go to our website www.MrzSparkles.com, or you can join my couples bootcamp called Deeper. It's a place where I help you to work on the root issues, the mindset, the patterns that help you become a better version of yourself. A lot of times when I work with people, I tell them the problem is not the problem. The problem is how you are seeing the problem. Let's work together and make your experience in marriage totally different. Remember, love is not just a feeling, it is what you choose to do, even when it looks like it is hard. And when you practice it daily, it transforms you first before it eventually transforms your marriage. If you watch up to this point, then by now I believe that you have subscribed. If you've not subscribed, I'm waiting. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video with someone who you know that it will help. There's so many ways that we can work together. Do well to visit our website www.MrzSparkles.com so that you can enjoy long-lasting love. Marriage is beautiful, and I'm here to support you in achieving that. So whether it's a clarity session you want, whether there are issues in your marriage that you need to deal with, whether you're single and waiting to be found, there's a lot that you need to be working on. But if you're in a serious relationship and dating to be married, then you should be signing up for your premarital coaching program with me. Please subscribe and then drop a comment below. Let me know what you took away from this video, and I look forward to see you in the next one. Bye guys.